So this recording assumes that you have admin rights to your domain. If you don't, at least you know what the geek who does has got to do. So in our domain, this is the school we're working with, and that has hundreds of students in that container for that school. First thing you got to do is create a sub-container to put these accounts into. Number one, just to manage them. But in our case, because we don't allow Hangouts generally among all of our other schools, only those with tutoring, you can see them right here that have special things. So we allow Hangouts as a service on this folder, but not on the general population for the whole school. So at a minimum, it makes it easier to work with, but in our case, we limit who can use Hangouts. We just don't let kids do it. So you have to have the second folder. So in the other video I showed that the way our domain is set up, the first time you log in you have to create a password, and you can't do the one you want to do. So just real quickly, this is how you fix that. You go into those accounts that we just created, and essentially we want this to be the password in the way we've done it to make it easy for the kids. You can do it however you want, but use that here. And the admin person they can break the rules about having a weak password. And so then you go, ta-da, and you're done. And you don't want to click users right here, you want to use the back button. And then essentially you just do that over and over again, making sure that sorry, I can't type and talk at the same time. Just making sure you don't mess that up, and then they'll be ready to go. So the last thing I thought I'd show you is how to create a new account. You'll notice in here that if we go down, we've only got 24 accounts. This is pretty straightforward, but because we need 25, I'll do the last one, so it's pretty straightforward. I put the number of the school here, and then the name of the account, and then you have to create the email. And you have to set a password. Now remember, this is what started that whole thing. And here's the deal. You can't set the password here what you want it to be, because it's going to be forced to be changed the first time they log in. So you go with something goofy. And you can't just go with like 10 X's. It has to be numbers and letters. So I do something really easy like 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 4 of the same letter. And what's going to happen when you do that is it's going to create this, and you'll notice there's no icon there, and that's because we haven't gone through the other process, which is in the other video, to set the icon and create the relationship and do whatever. And then you come back here and you'll reset the password like you did on these. You have to do the same thing. It's just easy to remember for the tutor while you're at it. And to keep life easy, I do similar passwords, just so when I'm doing lots of them, I can remember. Okay, so there you go. So now what I'm going to do is go back into both this account and, oh, looks like I missed one. Yeah, good thing I'm doing this. Both those accounts, change the icon, create the relationship between student 25, tutor 25, that whole other video we did, and then I'm going to come back here and change the passwords back to the way they're supposed to be. Ta-da! Now you know what I know.